sir, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna do something different. It's a day with Jay. So I thought this would be pretty cool to, I don't know, walk around and show you all what I'm doing. It's Saturday. I'm not working on customer's vehicle. Finishing up some odds and ends around the house. And I don't know, I just thought it'd be cool to show you guys. So here we go. I had to run some errands today. I just want to show you guys something. Got some boxes delivered today. I got a cold. I'm all stuffed up. That's not going to stop me though. As you guys know, my back's been hurting pretty bad past 2 weeks. I'm going to show you why my back's been hurting pretty bad for 2 weeks. So these jokers are just trash, just garbage. They're not made right. There's no arch support in them. These are my work sneakers to go in the garage with. Obviously, I bought a new pair of Nikes for the garage. And yeah, trash, garbage. I put on my old sneakers and what do you know? My back wasn't hurting. So guess what? Garbage. So working on the Samurai a little bit today. Working on the John Deere. In case you didn't know, I got that for free. Neighbor around the corner threw it out at the curb. Unbelievable. This thing cuts so good and works so good. I had to do work to it, obviously. But this is what I used to use to cut the grass with. It was okay. Some things I didn't like about it, but night and day, no comparison. I take a John Deere any day of the week. So when I got this, well, when I found it, the steering was all jacked up. There's a plate that connects to the steering column that goes to some linkage, and that was all stripped out. Did an oil change, tune up, the whole 9 yards. And what else did I do to this thing? Oh, I had to buy a battery, so I bought a battery for it. And one of the things that was happening to me was, it was weird. Like, you turn the key on and it wouldn't show you nothing. There's an hour meter up here. It wouldn't work. I got to thinking, I was like, let me order a new key switch. So I ordered a new key switch. Check this out. This thing is the bee's knees, boy. See the hour switch, the hour indicator. Boy, it purrs like a kitten. So I took it a step further. I got new blades for it, mulching blades. And little by little, fixing it up with my YouTube money. I need to buy some front tires. Back ones are fine, but not bad, for free. On to the Samurai. Got some issues with the Samurai. Truck is running really rich, and I kind of figured it was running really rich. See, my spark plugs are all fouled out. That's not supposed to look that way. So I got some new ones from the auto parts store, and I'm fixing to put them in. But on my journey, while I was waiting and contemplating, I actually installed the radio. Got the radio working. Installed some DS18s down in the kick panels. Mr. Pickett, thank you. My speakers fit in there beautifully. So now we got a radio for the Samurai. I took my rear wheels off. I had to get both of them. Drivers, passengers were leaking. You know, you end up with a flat tire. So I had to take them off, bring them to the tire shop, have them dismount them, clean them, do whatever they had to do, kind of thing. So we got them working. This here's a C10 customer working on for him. Long story behind this. I can't talk about it right now, but it's actually pretty cool. Once this truck leaves, then I can talk about this truck, but there's a reason why it's here and I can't talk about it. Makes sense, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna put these spark plugs in. Well, that was eventful. You hear I got a leak in my air line. Pretty cool when you gotta kneel to fill your truck up. Supreme. I don't remember the last time I put fuel, gas, in this. Friggin' fittings, garbage. Gotta replace it. See how much I put in here. Tank is 7 gallons. Getting thumbs up at the gas station. So far 3 gallons. Nothing's leaking. Everything looks good. 4 gallons. $5 gallons. $20. Not even. Pretty cool. Ding ding. Party at the gas station. All right, here we go. So there's one more thing that I gotta fix. It's my drive shaft clearance. See if I can mount this somewhere. No, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna sit you down like this. I'll try something. See how this works. There we go. Definitely runs better with new plugs. Have to pull the drive shaft and make a little bit of clearance in the tunnel as it spins. It's hitting the grease zerk. Very annoying. I wish Mr. Pickett didn't make my seat so tall. Whatever, is what it is. All right, on to the next thing. Dun, dun, dun. Hopefully these are my dies for the bead roller, but since we have a customer's car in the garage, we can't mess with it. Oh, nice. Very nice, very nice. Not very nice. These are not going to work. Well, this one isn't, I don't think. This one maybe. Oh yeah, we got a tipping die. Oh goodness gracious. See, it's so stupid. Look how big they make the opening. If they just made it universal, then everything would fit. Oh yes, tipping die. Oh yes, this is good. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, we'll set this up later. All right, box number 2. Check it out. Now these were cheap enough. It was a whole kit. I wanted long tube headers. Not bad. They were cheap enough to kind of like, if it didn't work, kind of say F it, but I think they're gonna work. We can test fit these. Boy oh boy, these are really nice. Oxygen sensor bung. Oh wow, and they have, look at that, they have a V-band flange. Very cool. I don't know if you guys like this, comment down below. If you don't like it, comment down below. Only one way to find out is if you try, and it can't hurt trying. So now again, I do not know if these are going to fit. It's worth a shot. We're going to find out right now. You and me. Oh no. No. Yeah. Other project, they were cheap enough. Sometimes you take risks. Part of the process, you know. What a shame. So I'm at a customer's house. He wanted me to come take a look at his Explorer he bought many years ago. Plate said 2004, the last time it was registered. So let's go take a look. So he's got a lift in his garage, and he asked me, well, for one, it doesn't run, but for two, even if it ran, he said he wouldn't drive it. So we're in for a treat. So here it is. It's actually a pretty cool little truck. Again, like I said, this was done in 2004 or earlier. So right when I stopped hopping cars and got into the apprenticeship. But I'm going to show you some stuff, and please do not take this the wrong way. I'm not a hater. I'm not a judgmental person. I just want to point some stuff out. That's all. All right, so a couple of things that I noticed that sticks out like a sore thumb to me. Now, I get hell-bent when I'm off on brackets, and you can see his link for his I-beam. See how they're totally off, but that's not why we're under here. We're under here for some other reasons. Yeah, stuff like that inside there. Stuff like this, and it gets better. Stuff like this. Stuff like this up here, like this, 3/8 bolt holding the shock, and this, and this, and then his 2-link here. We'll just stack some box tubing on it, but wait, there's more. Our transmission cross member. If at some point you guys have a vehicle that looks like this, and you decide and think in the back of your mind and say to yourself, this looks good and this is acceptable driving down the highway, I really want you to question what you're thinking. Because this is extremely dangerous. This is how people get hurt. This is how people get killed. This is not something you would want to do to a vehicle. I don't know who did this. The customer doesn't know who did this. He just bought the vehicle. And I'm not trying to throw anybody on the bus, and I get it. We were all kids once. And we think that this is a cool idea. Let's do this. Because we've all been in the predicament, but please do not. There's enough videos on the internet on how to do stuff like this, and your vehicle should not look like this. This is definitely sketchy ass shit. And if you have something that looks like this, I suggest you take it back apart, practice your skills, hone your skills, and start from scratch. Now, if your vehicle does look something like this, the work, it's not the end of the world. If you really love your vehicle, take it back apart and fix it right. There's a lot of money spent in material here, in the box tubing, in the braces and stuff, and it just wasn't done right. Just take it back apart and learn how to do it right, so it don't end up looking like this. Because imagine you got your little family in the vehicle. Again, it's a cool little truck. This is a 2-door Explorer. I had one of these. Mine was stick shift. Mine was 4-door. You got your family in there, your old lady, you got a kid in the back seat, and you go driving this thing to a car show, and all of a sudden your rear lets go, or you lose control, you roll the vehicle, and now your family that you had and yourself could potentially be dead. I'm sure people have stories like that. Please, guys, do not do stuff like this. This is not how we do fabrication. Maybe when we're 15, 16 years old, but not as a young adult or as an adult. This is not cool. And like I said, I get worried when my brackets are off like a 1/4 of an inch and I notice it, or if I leave a little bit of material hanging, I'm so anal with my work. But again, they were learning. This is not what you want your truck to look like. I'm not hating, I'm just trying to point out the obvious. You should be able to step back and say, damn, that looks fucking good. Not like, oh my God, I'm scared to drive this kind of thing. So, I don't know. We'll find out what he wants to do with it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Behind me, I'm working on this 66 C10. Insane amount of metal work. Look forward to this video coming out in a couple of days, maybe a week or so. Yeah, man. Appreciate each and every one of you. We'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great day.